Hello viewers, welcome back to another episode of the ABS show. We are coming to you straight from New York City.
Yes,
If this is the first time watching the show, where have you been? Go ahead and subscribe to our wonderful channel. And after the show, go on our Instagram page at the ABS show.
Yes.
Hello everyone.
Hey.
All right, so let's dig right into the topics because this week is like hot. All right, so I don't know if you guys heard the story. Award-winning actor John Dumelo and his wife, Gifty, just welcomed their baby boy 5 months after their wedding. Oh, yes. All right, so the guy, so they got married earlier this year in May. We didn't get an invitation, but that's okay. No,
I was busy.
A lot of people did it because it came as a surprise to a lot of people. 5 months after the wedding, Gifty just gave birth to a brand new baby boy. No one saw that coming as well. John Dumelo, what's really going on? So he posted on Instagram, and this is what he said. I'm glad you have finally arrived. It's been months, weeks, days, and hours of waiting. You look just like we imagined. Infectious smile, bright eyes, curly hair, and chocolate skin. Beautiful message, right?
Yes.
But people weren't checking for that.
No.
People were questioning him because the baby came 5 months after the wedding. Are you guys here for it?
Yes.
Yes.
Was it a shotgun wedding? Because she must have been pregnant while she was getting married.
Yeah.
Because I was like, when I saw that, I was like, where did this baby come from? Because she wasn't pregnant. I understand that, but they never announced that she was pregnant or anything. They announced the wedding. We look at the beautiful wedding pictures. The kente was amazing, number one. Gorgeous.
Yes.
Yeah. But
expensive.
I didn't see no baby lump. I didn't see no baby bump. So how all of a sudden 5 months later does she have a baby? Or did he have a baby with somebody else? And he claimed it as hers.
No, it was with Gifty, right?
It was okay.
For me,
I'm just asking. Asking for the fans that want to know.
from what I gather from this story, this is what I get. They have great set of friends around them, family, for them to keep that secret. Because nobody knew, right? No. So I need those kind of friends where they can keep their mouth shut and all of that. John Dumelo comes from my tribe. He's Ewe. And when it comes to Ewe people, once you get somebody pregnant, you have to marry them. So I'm wondering whether they got married because of that pressure, right? You impregnated my beautiful daughter, now you gotta marry. You have to put a ring on it.
Or
So I'm hoping
surrogacy.
it's not a surrogacy. I don't think it was.
Where was the baby bump?
Yeah.
In the hospital,
5
somewhere in Ghana.
months. Because
You know, not every woman show though.
Okay.
Not most. Some people don't
That's
show
the
when
point.
they.
That's true.
Some people don't really show when they are really
But that
pregnant.
type kente.
But is there any picture of the woman having the baby?
No.
Or
Any
pregnant
picture of the baby, the lady in the hospital
Sure,
after?
surrogacy is very expensive.
No,
I don't think John
forget-
Dumelo has that point.
You don't know that. Why you?
He doesn't.
So we
I
can-
could tell by the shoes that he wears, the
Oh,
jeans.
Lord,
He
shit.
doesn't have those coins for surrogacy.
He does
Let's
have
just be real.
coins. Don't say that.
Not that coins. You guys really think they are paying them with these Ghana movies and all of that?
Charlie, you know.
John Dumelo, you know the side hustle John Dumelo is doing?
What's
What?
the
A
side?
farmer.
And
That's
now
money
farming
in
is a good.
agriculture.
Are you kidding me?
That's money.
You can make
Are you
money from
kidding me?
farming, though.
But
Farmers are millionaires.
Plenty
But I
money
also
in
think
agriculture.
he's endorsed by different brands, so money shouldn't be the problem. But I don't believe this is surrogacy. But medically, don't forget that if it's 5 months after their wedding, meaning she was just 3 months pregnant before or during the wedding. And some people, you don't even know they're 3 months pregnant, even when they're 5 months pregnant. It doesn't even show.
Okay.
So having a baby 5 months after your wedding, whose problem is that? Why should people worry about that? That has happened a lot in Africa and in the Western world. People even have baby before they get married. So fine, maybe the tradition made them force him into getting married to have before the baby comes out because it's done in so many cultures, like you said, even in South Africa. Once you're pregnant, you have to go and pay lobola. They call it lobola, bride price and everything. But how is that a problem? Why are people mad? I don't
It's
get
not
it.
mad. It's just that we're surprised. I want to say that I'm surprised because he, at one point, wasn't even posting about this woman or anything. He was the single guy.
Are you from Africa?
I am from Africa.
Have you heard of Enemy of Progress?
I'm not enemy of
Wait,
progress.
no, not you. Enemy of Progress. Many girls and ladies in Africa know that when they are pregnant, they hide it. And then after they've had the baby, you start seeing pregnancy photos and everything comes out after that. Why?
then I
Because they
did
don't
that
want
too.
anybody to touch the stomach and the baby will turn upside down. So maybe they decide to keep it a secret.
become a cat.
Or become young.
Become a cat.
I see this trending thing where people like the 2-in-1 deal.
Okay.
So it's like you know, they want the baby shower, the outdooring, and the wedding all in one.
Oh, inclusive.
Right?
All
inclusive package. Wow. So instead of you know, the first step is what? Marriage. The second step is baby shower. You get pregnant, and then outdooring is when the baby comes out. Everybody comes, sip and see the baby. No, people want the 3-in-1 deal. Okay. I'm going to get you pregnant.
We're going to do baby shower.
Engagements together and wedding all in one. That way I don't have to spend all that money. Okay. And a lot of people do it. I've been to a lot of 2-for-1 events all summer, so I know exactly what I'm talking about. But the baby, as he described, curly hair, chocolates, smooth smile.
Sounds like a gorgeous baby.
Gorgeous baby. I can't wait to see the baby, gorgeous right? Baby. But there was no face. You could see a little bit of the...
But there's no pregnancy. Anybody think there's there's not one pregnancy photo? We're sitting here, we're celebrating his great and baby.
That's just one.
And they won't see just one pregnancy photo.
They'll come out.
It's because it's great friends around you.
Great friends.
They kept the secret. They kept the secret.
How can you hide? So she never went outside. She was sequestered.
She was in the car.
She never went to the store.
Probably a housewife doing her housewife duties. So she never came out, I guess.
Hey.
I mean, it was just a couple of months.
And I was going to say, that Kente dress she had on was tight. And Kente doesn't give to a little bit. So that dress was tight on my stomach.
Can you leave this Kente dress alone?
I'm not saying, you know.
See, what I'm saying is until we see the picture of her maybe during her pregnancy.
Small.
It's surrogacy. And you're saying that surrogacy is expensive. In Africa,
how much is it now?
Not that much. You have one person that is pregnant, have a baby for you.
Oh, I didn't think about it like that.
Yes.
You know, thought about, you know, you're right. You're right. Yes.
No, surrogacy is not that expensive. So until we see the pictures of her still pregnant, it's surrogacy because you're coming out with a baby. Where's the woman's picture on the hospital bed with drips in her hand after she had the baby? Right after, we don't have that.
And madam, what if maybe you got another young girl pregnant?
That one too. Hello, and
all right. So John Dumelo, you see what you've caused? For you, for you to quit, stop all this commotion, just come out and reveal what's really good. Okay, so that way we can move forward because this right now, maybe this, maybe that, all of that is confusion.
Okay.
All right, so we got to move on though to the next topic. And Glitz, you have this one for us.
Yes, the More Than Me Academy has issued a statement apologizing for rapes of girls that were attending the school. What? So let me just backtrack. The school was created by Kathy Myler, who's an American. Anglican that went there for a missionary, and then she decided to, help the girls, open the school. No, she said first she decided to help the girls to get them off the street, get them scholarships for different private schools. Then she decided to open a school. While she was there, she met up with this guy named Macintosh Johnson. He was from the streets. He used to be in the Liberian army. Remember, there was a war for 15 years. So he was there. He knew all of the girls on the street because there were some of these girls are doing sex work. They're on the street doing sex work. So he helped her recruit the girls, get the school started, and kind of was the man on the ground while she was raising money. She's raised millions of dollars for the school. About $8 to $11 million she's raised for the school as a white savior. So she then comes out that he's been systematically raping the girls. About a third of the school has gotten raped by him, and these are from 10 years old to 12 years old. Wow. Can you imagine? Some of them for years, 2 or 3 years, have been getting raped. And the caveat is that he's HIV positive.
Oh my God.
So he's got a lot of these girls infected. And what really, really killed me is that he was having an affair with Kathy Myler. So that was his girlfriend.
The Kathy herself?
The co-founder of the school, he was with her. So
he's Liberian.
He's Liberian. Macintosh Johnson. So just to imagine, it's so weird because this school offered a safe space for the kids, but it kind of just created a breeding ground for this man to just rape and rape and rape. And a lot of these girls don't have anything going on. So, he's offering them the solace and he's threatening them. You're not going to get a scholarship. You're not going to get this. You have to do what you have to do. He's raping them, sodomizing them with no condom, nothing. And they had a nurse on site that would be treating these girls with STIs. And she was at first thinking that, they had gotten it from the street, but a lot of them gotten the STIs from this man. So finally, one of the staff members blew the whistle, the program director blew the whistle, went to the police, he got arrested, he was in jail, and I guess in jail they found out he was HIV positive, and Kathy Myler was just flying around trying to, I think she knew about it, but she's been trying to hide it, and it just was the fact that continued with these little girls, 10 years old. I couldn't imagine a man. He raped them on the school premises, in the kitchen, in the bathroom, wherever he can get them, he raped them. So yeah. So what do you guys think about this? How do you think? And also the ribbon cutting of the school. The then president of Liberia, Silaf, and the U.S. Head of the U.S. Embassy was there to cut the ribbon to open the school while this man had been raping the girls.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I heard this story, and one of our viewers actually DM'd me about the story. So shout out to Hennessy and 420. She DM'd me this story. I watched the documentary. It's called Unprotected, and it's so heartbreaking. This is a great story that should have ended well, right? This is a she's from New Jersey and went to Africa to do charity work. The gag is your boyfriend was raping these girls, and now you want to act like it's not a big deal because that's what she's doing.
Absolutely.
The school is still going on.
Really?
Yeah, the school's still going on,
She stepped in.
and she caught them at their most vulnerable state.
Yes.
She went there right after their civil war ended, and when they found out this man was raping the kids, the Ebola outbreak happened. So now all the witnesses and people that could testify against the man flew the country because of the Ebola outbreak. So for me, I don't understand why everybody is like just relaxed about this story and nobody's talking about it. And this is why I love this show, because we are here talking about it to bring this to light. So the guy is passed away because of the HIV
he has
complication.
passed away.
He died.
So it's like,
in jail.
Yeah, so he passed away in jail. So now it's like, what should we do? Should we hold her accountable for it?
Absolutely.
Where were like the counselors, the teachers, like where's everybody? Everybody just left. They flew out of the country.
Really?
Yeah, because most of them were like volunteers from the United States and they went there to teach. And the people that were teaching the schools weren't even teachers.
Nope.
You know what I mean? And
They were not qualified teachers.
They were not qualified teachers. They were like high school, college, internship programs. They were there teaching these young girls. And it's like, if this happened in any other countries, we would have been hearing about it. But because it happened in a black country, it happened in Africa. They think we are stupid. And that's the issue I have with this organization.
Offering an apology is not even enough. I heard she offered an apology. And to even know that the school is still running is barbaric. So what is the government doing about it?
I mean, I haven't heard anything from George Ware yet about
Union,
it.
at least even if the country, the president of that particular country doesn't even know what to do, we have an African Union. We have so many bodies that could step in. This is a very serious issue.
But do they care about young girls? How many girls
do they care about black people?
Do they care?
Before we
Do they
start
care
going,
about Africa?
Right
really?
now, you're going, before we go there, let's first of all talk about this issue as it is. Now, this incident happened where the girls in the school couldn't report to anybody. Why? Because the guy who was like the ultimate in the school was the one perpetrating all these crimes, right? And he's also dating the woman that founded the school. Also had the power to shut down any other means that they would go by. So all the key channels that they could have reported this case to, or whomever it is that they could have spoken to, he was either dating them or also had them on that his grip. Now, this incident most likely will happen in other places besides the school.
Of course.
Right? What we're trying to brainstorm now is how to find a lasting solution to this issue where even if cases of abuse like this pop up in other schools, we can actually give them ideas as to how to handle it. Because you giving an apology doesn't cut it.
Doesn't do anything.
You firing the people that go to the school doesn't cut it. You cutting out the person that is perpetrating is dead already, but there are other people that would find other means to abuse girls that are in their care. So how do we vet the system properly in such a way that this will not happen? And even if it is, how do they look out for signs to indicate that something like this is happening and take drastic action?
And the first things I was going to say,
the system was already broken before they got there.
Being that
Let's
it's
be real.
Liberia,
It was Liberia.
Of rape already.
It happened right after the Civil War. Women were getting raped left and right in that country.
90% of the women
children
in
were
Liberia.
not safe. And here comes a savior building a school and welcoming these girls in it. But for me, this is a clear example of building somebody up and tearing them down. They looked up to you, McIntyre. You should be ashamed of yourself wherever you are. They looked up to you. And now some of these girls don't want to go to school anymore. They don't care. They don't care about school. They don't care about education anymore.
You said that he was in the army, right? He was. But that's the thing. This is what I don't understand. How do you put somebody that you haven't vetted properly? We already know the history of Liberia. We know that the soldiers, they were raping. For you to be a soldier, they would break you in by making you rape your mother, your grandmother, your sister, anybody. They will make you rape them at young ages, so that that willpower, whatever it is, what sympathy that you have left is gone. You're now a hardened person. So how do you not put put somebody who was in the army there to watch over girls that was what he lived for at some point. How do you do that?
Let me answer that question. The thing about it is that when you're in love with somebody, you get blinded.
You don't see
so
it.
Kathy is in love with with Macintosh Johnson, right? So when he's having sex with her,
was it the jungle fever mandingo?
I don't understand what happened. The thing about
Does she have HIV too?
Let me tell.
I think so.
Let me
She
tell
should.
you. Let me tell you guys something. But before they even started the school, they had an interview with his first wife. They said, "Why did you leave him?" She said he likes little children.
Oh my God.
And Kathy
He's a pedophile.
heard that. And Kathy still continued in partnership with him to create the school because she didn't really care. Because Kathy, I heard, actually just take the little girls to pool parties in the middle of the night.
You guys have to watch
Underage little kids to pool parties.
So can we now look at it from a different angle? Because now we're talking about this guy. Now that you said that,
She
it begs
definitely
the question:
knew what was going
are you
on.
sure it's not a partnership?
I don't know exactly.
They have parties. They have sleepovers.
Yes.
They have sleepovers together. And
She
all
was
that
just
mess.
breeding them for
And she is
prostitution.
still involved in Liberia.
knows?
She's still there in Liberia.
Oh, see, now
Why?
Nigeria, we have
Back
a
and
problem.
forth.
Yeah.
We have we have a problem because now you're allowing again the white savior to come in
And
and
do whatever
take
they like.
advantage.
But
Now
it's not that easy because how do you kick somebody out that builds schools, builds
kick
health?
the
You
person
kick them out the way you kick them
detrimental
out.
to your
So the person
system.
is taking back their schools then.
No,
That's
she
not
can't.
problem.
No,
She
you
can't. It
can't.
belongs to Liberia. The
You're
school,
taking
the
yourself
the land and the building belongs to Liberia. It was given to her by
So she
the
doesn't
past
own the
president.
land.
She doesn't own the land or the building. All they did was give her a building to refurbish, and the money was donated to Liberia. And actually, the money donated was also part from the U.S. So it's a lot of money, and I don't even think they used all that money to build those schools.
Of course not.
$11 million, one school.
No, it's
I
not
don't think so.
possible.
She got more. She got more.
yeah.
She got an award. And I think we also should be blamed too. The donors, right? You are donated to an organization that you have no idea what it's about. Because you see the glitch, right?
Yes.
Do more research.
No research.
Know where your money is going into. She got so
Absolutely.
much money from Bill Gates and this and that. Know where your money is going into.
got 800,000
You
from
know?
the U.S. government.
Yes.
It's sad and
is.
it's so heartbreaking.
And
Even
we
all the
actually, I think
teachers,
that
even all the teachers, all the people that were employed for that school, they're not qualified.
No.
So
They
everything
flew
was
out of their country.
she.
They were from here. In
Not to
Canada.
mention
exactly.
he was
So
having
everything was on
he
a
was having an
very
affair with them
shaky
too.
foundation.
Yes,
The
we
the
have to
teachers
move on,
are
though.
there.
Yeah, but I just want young girls and young boys that are getting abused to make sure that even though you don't feel safe and maybe you don't report it to people directly around the school, try and report it to somebody and tell somebody because you should not be having to go through this abuse or rape continuously for years, okay? So try and find a way, do something, and try and get help because I know that it's hard.
Some of the girls did though, but
Yeah.
then it's like, do you say something and lose your job or not say anything at all?
Yeah.
We have to move on. Liberia, the girls in Liberia stay strong. Stay strong.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to the next topic. Team Manny, you have this one.
Yes, speaking of users, a Nigerian lady went viral on Wendy Williams' show last week after she said that her boyfriend of 2 years got married to his bestie. Bestie, best friend, before you know it go enter. They always say that about opposite sex best friend. So what happened was she actually told Wendy on the show that she was dating this guy seriously for 2 years.
Right.
And all of a sudden, a friend of hers invited her for a wedding for the weekend. And then she went to the wedding and she found out that her boyfriend was getting married.
So
Yes.
she went to wedding. She went to crash a wedding.
She went to crash a wedding unknowingly.
It was her boyfriend's
And
wedding.
it was her boyfriend's wedding.
Oh,
Now,
super.
wow.
So that's the story. So I wanted you guys
Oh,
to chime in on this, about this relationship issues. How do you know when someone is cheating on you? How do you know when someone is not real?
Truth is a lot.
Because even Wendy was shocked. I want you guys to see the video and see the reaction.
Okay,
Wendy,
so let's watch
Wendy
the
was
video.
confused.
I've been with my boyfriend for 2 years.
Okay.
And 2 months ago, a work colleague told me to join her crash a party, a wedding. We went there and my boyfriend...
You and your boyfriend crashed a wedding.
No. I've been with my boyfriend for 2 years.
Okay.
2 months ago, my work colleague asked me to join her for a wedding. To
Your
crash a
work
party.
colleague?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
We went at the entrance. I saw my boyfriend getting married to his best friend, a female best friend. So he saw me, he got scared.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Bestie, before you know it, go enter.
Was he a Yoruba demon?
I don't even know if it was Nigerian.
A Yoruba demon.
The comments were crazy.
I have nothing to say about the Yoruba demon thing.
Don't say
Charlie, I beg.
Before they start swarming. Like mosquitoes.
But that's why it's so hard when you're in a relationship. I swear to God that I'm so like I get so possessive because when you have a relationship and then they're too close with somebody of the opposite sex, I know that the friendships can happen because I have friends of the opposite sex I'm really good friends with that I've never even touched or anything. But it's so hard to know because if they're friends, you're not gonna suspect, right? But it's easy because when you have a good friend, you're gonna get to start to like them, and because you're sharing thoughts, you're sharing like minds. Of course, a relationship could start from that. But the fact that he didn't even let her know, and then was he still gonna continue a relationship with her while he was married?
She said he was been trying to call to explain, and then Wendy said, "Block that nigga." Block that nigga.
Hey.
Not even answer that
Yeah, the
nigga.
guy's been calling her to explain.
Explain.
Listen, listen. This sounds like an
Wonderful.
African man, okay? Because
absolutely.
there's been a lot of examples like this.
Plenty.
Okay, you will go to your boyfriend's wedding, whether you like it or not. If you don't see the signs, how can you be dating somebody for 2 whole years? Like you cannot be that less of a smart person. You're not that dumb, young lady. How can you date somebody for 2 whole years and not know that you are the side chick?
Okay, so
know.
wait, Charlie.
Come
Let me
on.
answer your question.
We cannot blame the guy, yo. You
Hey.
we cannot listen.
Some of these guys are
okay.
slico. They are
Use
sleek.
your senses.
These
Let me
guys are
explain something to
slico.
you. Let me explain something to you. This is America, right? Obviously, it was shot in America. This is America where your work schedule, your life is so busy. You're so much on the move that you don't
You
even have
cannot
time
be that
to
busy.
Why are you
Hold
in a
on.
relationship?
Yes,
Who
that doesn't
forced
mean
you?
who doesn't mean you
That's
can't have
not
a
an excuse,
relationship.
though. You have to
Listen,
focus on your
you
partner.
can't be
that
land
busy.
because both of you
Or
bury me.
even Oprah has time for
Hold
statement.
on,
You can't be that busy.
Wait, let me finish, please.
That's not an
Finish.
excuse.
The two of them, might have busy schedules, and also
He's
it's
busy on the other
it's
side.
it's more so difficult if you come into the relationship with him and that girl being best friends already.
Exactly.
Do you understand? It's hard for you to read the situation when they're already together. You came in, you're the third party. You came in and we accepted you. You're now coming into this our friendship as his girlfriend. Fine. You would not know because you came into this already working culture where these two do things
Bestie,
funny and you're like,
bestie.
okay,
Exactly.
best friend. Okay, this is what I'm walking into. You can't really tell them, oh, don't do that
do
anymore.
that
Because when you
anymore,
do
yeah.
that, you become this nagging girlfriend, this unaccepting girlfriend. On to the
Insecure.
point where
They'll
they
say you are
actually walk to the
insecure.
altar and
That's
get
the
married.
buzzword.
Do you understand? Plus, America is so busy. Everybody's on a go. But the little time that you have to spend with him, you probably just do what you do and go. When the whole time he's busy
being
with
bestie,
somebody
bestie.
else.
So
you
then you said it. So that's part of the problem. You're too busy focusing on other things, and you didn't focus on your boyfriend. You didn't focus on to see
What?
that.
You wanna
Hold on.
blame her?
I'm not blaming her, but you're gonna take some. I'm not gonna blame the guy entirely. Like I said before,
Why
even
not?
Oprah has time.
Wait,
You
hold on
like-
now.
because
Charlie,
there's
Stedman is
no
a
time.
beard.
Hold on,
Stedman is
hold
not
on,
even
hold
he's
on,
not even
hold on,
straight.
Hold on.
So Stedman is
Then
a
get it
beard.
on. If I see it, I'll probably
Okay,
getting it on.
Stedman
I
is
see
a
it.
beard.
But the thing is,
Okay.
you create time. Even if you don't have time, you create time.
How much
and
time
make-
do you want to
listen,
create
you
for
could
somebody that
trust-
is actually getting married to his best friend?
Yeah, but
Trust
I
but
get
verify.
Listen,
You both
I
can
get
actually
what you're
verify
saying.
guys. It's
Charlie,
fine, but you
Go to
cannot
the
tell
house
me that the girl is at
Go
fault.
to the house unannounced, track his ass, put tracking device in his ass.
Honey,
You
okay,
be
wait,
police.
Charlie,
Yes.
Charlie, you are
Yes.
police.
You do what you have to do.
But
You
Charlie,
keep whatever you want to
this
keep.
case is
What are you
different.
keeping
It's
though?
not
Like, if you,
different.
like I
This
said, I
case is
gave you.
different. You know why it's different? If your boyfriend is cheating on you, you will have the signs. But when your boyfriend is cheating on you with his bestie that you know, you
It's
would
harder.
not think that anything is
Oh yeah,
going
you know.
on. Because
If
the one is bestie.
it's lasting too long, they're
What
having,
if, okay,
they're
what,
having a
Charlie,
relationship.
what if you came in, like I said
Charlie.
before, what if you came in and that was what was already
Oh,
on
yeah.
ground?
Yes.
That is
You
on
don't stand
ground.
for it. You don't stand for it. You like it makes me uncomfortable. The way you be kicking,
Okay,
kaka, and laughing at
insecure
this job.
girlfriend.
It's not insecure.
Yes,
So that's the
that's
problem.
exactly
When,
what
when,
it is.
when these women are investigating,
feel.
people like you call them insecure.
Insecure.
No,
Now who's
not
insecure?
people like
You are
me.
on national TV and you embarrass your damn soul.
Not people
you are
like
a side
me.
chick,
True.
sis.
Not
You are a
so
side
what?
chick. I'm not here for it.
Side
She knew
chicks
what it was.
actually
She
are living
signed
a
up
better
for it.
life,
She knew what it
actually.
is. Listen, if you don't pay attention to the signs, you're gonna see the evidence.
I am so upset that you're supporting the guy. How can you tell me that the guy is right? How is he
He
right?
didn't say the guy is right,
Don't interrupt me. He was
Hey.
dating two people. He was
Oh,
dating the
but
girl and his
Torico-
girlfriend. Listen,
He didn't
there
say
is
the-
no way in hell that this girl is at fault. She is not at fault in any way. Even if she didn't pay attention to the signs, you are the guy you dated. You chose to have two of them as girlfriends. And then you went ahead and married one, the supposed best friend, and the other girl comes to your wedding looking stupid.
How
so don't
does
tell
your
me
boyfriend? How
that
does your
it is the
boyfriend?
guy's girl's fault.
He didn't say the guy's
How does your
right.
boyfriend
He said
call
so.
you?
That
How
he
does
doesn't
your boyfriend
blame the
call
girl.
you? Your boyfriend calls you, right? Your boyfriend, you've been dating him for 2 years, calls you and say, I'm going to a wedding. And you're
No,
like, okay,
it wasn't
hold
the
on, I'm not
boyfriend
done
that
though. I'm
called,
not done
though.
though.
It wasn't the
And then
boyfriend
he
that
told
called.
her,
She
was
usually comes every weekend. So he told her, don't come this weekend because I'm going to a wedding.
And
And
then
then
who
her
goes to a wedding
friend,
without a
we're
plus
not talking
one?
about her friend though. Her friend said,
Yeah.
let's go and crash a party. Meaning her friend knew the boyfriend was getting married. So that friend,
The
she should have
co-worker-
prepared,
the- no, no, no.
prepared this girl
The
because
co-worker-
anything could have happened in that wedding. This girl would have shot somebody or killed somebody.
See,
that
the
one knew
I don't think
the
the
boyfriend
co-worker
was
knew.
cheating.
I don't
She
think the
said,
co-
let's go and crash a
No,
party.
let's go to a wedding. So she crashed because she wasn't invited. So she was like, let's go to a wedding. They got there and the boyfriend's getting married. Your boyfriend calls you, right? Saturday morning, I'm going to a wedding.
Don't
and all
come.
you say is, okay, whose wedding are
Yeah,
you going to?
yeah.
And why am I not invited? I've been dating you for 2 years.
But you have
Where's
a-
your
you have
plus
a
one?
point
Listen,
there.
I'm
But
a
it
pro
doesn't
at
say-
weddings. You know
Hey.
how many weddings I've been to
Yes,
this whole
that
time?
is true.
Okay,
I
so
mean,
Charlie,
yeah,
but Charlie,
invites
Charlie,
you
are
to
you
a wedding.
have you been in a 2.5-year relationship?
Yes, I
lately?
have. You don't know
Are
what
in a
I've been in.
relationship?
You
But
don't know
I'm
what I've been
asking
in.
right now.
You don't know what I've been in.
The thing about it is
Your
that
boyfriend calls you, Glitz.
Charlie,
Glitz, listen to me. Your
Charlie,
boyfriend calls
it
you
is really
and asks
easy.
you to go to
Charlie,
and tells you
Charlie,
that
let me-
he's
Charlie,
going to a
let
wedding.
me finish,
Your
Charlie.
boyfriend calls you, Glitz, and tells you, I'm going to a wedding. And all you say is, okay.
I'm gonna go to my boyfriend's house.
Wedding planner.
You see? So you take action.
No,
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 let
let me-
different.
so
So
let me
we are
just say-
different. though.
let me just
We
say
do
this.
things differently. Yes,
For
we
her,
do.
for the girl.
It's not
So
different.
anybody's rejection is God's protection. So God has just protected you from this two-timing ass,
Amen
right?
to that.
He is a
Great.
two-timer.
Great.
You
Yes.
didn't need him in the first place, so leave him alone. And you
Facts.
learn from this. You just have to be really careful because people do this all the time. There's men that have 4 or 5 wives. Look at what's his name? Let's talk Chris Atto. He has three
I'm
wives.
glad you said you learned
And
from this. I'm
you
glad
learn
you said
from
that.
it.
So the next
Yeah.
relationship, if the next boyfriend calls her and says, I'm going to a wedding,
This girl
she's
turns
going
to a
her
stalker.
action is going to be what? Different.
Different.
It doesn't be the same. And that's my
Yeah.
point in
Yeah.
this. You should have done that with
She
the
was
first
not
one.
She might not
challenged.
even
was
be-
not
she might not
challenged.
wanna get in a
Because
relationship
for
for a
her to
while.
even be, let me not say stupid enough, but for her to even be asking Wendy, what should I do?
What
He's
should I do?
calling, he wants to
Yeah.
explain. Should
That
I
man.
listen to him? Are you mad?
Are you
There's
that
no
man?
talking. I've
There are
blocked
some
you in
people,
every way.
They are more strong.
No,
For real.
Some people love, they hold them well. Because remember we said something earlier and you talked about how love, about
Yeah.
the case that we
Yes.
just talked about, and how love can actually make you go blind
makes
to
you go
certain
blind.
things.
Yeah.
It's the same thing here. Maybe she hasn't fallen out of love, or maybe it hasn't hit her completely that
That
this
he's
guy
married. He's
has
actually
done
married.
you dirty for
That's
over
why
2
I
years.
always say don't fall in love. Walk in it because when you fall, it's
How do
hard
you
to
walk?
get.
Please tell us how to do this.
It's
though.
it's a figure of speech.
Okay,
thing.
'cause I want
When
to know how to
walk
walk in love and not fall in love.
Because
I
when you
want to
fall,
walk
when
in
you
love.
fall,
Heels.
it's hard for you to get
Get
back
up.
up. But when you walk in love, you walk with cautions, and and you turn right back.
All right. Oh, that's it.
Easier.
Just go
It's
backwards.
easier.
You
Go
exit.
twirl.
All right, so let's move on to the next topic. Good luck to you. And yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Sis, Miss Fistfire.
I defended you as much as I could. I'm sorry.
She
But,
tried.
yeah. Anyway, energy back down, because as usual, you guys know I always report people that like to sell their babies.
What happened? What happened? What's the
Fire,
story?
fire, baby.
A couple in Nigeria
Chai.
sold their one-day-old baby for 250,000 naira, which is about
You
$600. Yes,
You
I'm
lie.
honest truth.
Look at them. They always look the
Honest
same
truth.
too, Spitfire. These people that should be picking always get the
Yeah, they always look in the same category.
Yeah, look.
So the guy, Richard and Chidinma Benson, have 4 children. One is late already, and they had this now fifth one, a baby, a 1-year-old baby, and they decided to sell the baby
Hey.
so as to have a better life.
One-day-old baby.
1-day-old baby. They sold
So
the baby.
250,000 naira is the better life.
Yes. So they said they wanted to, because they're living in abject poverty, and they wanted to sell the baby so that they can use the money to move from where they are to like a place in Abia State, to move from Isha Langwa to a different township, and the person they sold it to, which is a Rose, a woman named Rose, that one went ahead and sold the baby
Of course not.
to somebody else for 350. That one sold it to somebody else for 550. So
Hey.
by the time this case came up, they had sold the baby to 4 people.
Hey!
Yes.
Really?
All the way to Lagos.
Wow.
Now
The baby
this-
got to Lagos.
the baby me moved before
Baby,
they moved.
now better life now.
But the thing is, we're finding the fun in it now.
not
But
funny.
the truth
It's
is,
not.
how do we know that this baby is going to end up in a home that they're going to take care of the baby? It could be ritualists
ritual.
that are buying the
Hey,
baby,
Jesus.
of which they actually busted the investigative group that busted these people found a ring of baby growers or baby a baby harvest farm.
Like
They
baby
have
back.
that.
A hotel where they have like about 6 pregnant girls
Yep.
that they, groom the girls, they have the babies, and then they sell the babies out for as much as 750,000 naira.
So let me ask you, because I'm just thinking, what is the difference between this and surrogacy? Isn't it just paperwork?
Oh,
Aren't you like still selling your baby?
Oops. Oh,
But legally,
Charlie, you just gave
you're
me a punch in the
legally,
face.
yeah, you're legally giving away.
paperwork.
It's
It's
legal.
It's just
Just
paperwork.
It's legal.
It's paperwork and it's poverty.
You're right. It's just paperwork, right? Plus, it's that kid, right? So that is surrogacy.
Yeah.
But the thing is, surrogacy, you're selling the baby to somebody that wants the baby. You have an agreement. This one, you're selling a baby to
That wants the
to
baby.
baby sellers.
That has money.
No, not baby sellers. Not that has money. The woman they sold it to sells babies for a living. That's what she does. So there's no trace of the baby when you come to her and say, where's the baby that we sold to you? And this is what you want to cater for the baby. No, she sold the baby to other parties that ended up selling to someone and his baby's in Lagos somewhere.
Listen, they would not sell the baby if they were rich. They would not sell the baby if they had money and living good. They sold the baby because of poverty. They need money. That's why they sold the baby. Now, I'm not saying it's right, because obviously selling the baby is not right. But the people that they sold it to should be in jail as well.
Oh, they picked everybody up.
Nobody should be going around buying babies.
Absolutely.
We don't buy and sell here, babies here. This kind of business should not be allowed anywhere. So they also need to be in jail as well.
I mean, they have like
It happens all over the world, though. Like, they do it in Russia, they do it in India, they do it everywhere. There's a lot of...
A lady just dropped the baby on the door and ran away.
That just happened, but that was to
the
his
baby
baby mother's
daddy.
house.
Yeah.
The baby
Oh,
mother,
really?
to the girlfriend's house. So the thing about it is that this is happening systematically. It really has to go down to what the law is doing for it. And the thing about it is that why are you having, like, I'm really big on this notion. I know you guys are going to kill me. But if you don't have the means to take care of a child, don't have one.
Yeah.
Use protection. Do the pull-out technique. Whatever you need to do to not have babies. Because, when you have a baby, that's a cost. No matter what. No matter how cheap the cost of living is or whatever, it's going to cost you a lot of money to raise the baby from baby to 18 years old.
and you
which is
cannot
the
drop
time.
them off at the Catholic house,
cannot.
can you?
If you
cannot.
notice,
But do
a
you
lot
think
of
these people are
times.
educated? These people are from Ishialangwa. They are village people. They don't have family planning programs. They don't have educational programs.
They do have girl circuit condoms.
Yeah,
It's 20 naira for a pack of 4.
Yeah, but you can't just wake up one day and say, oh, good circle, let me use it. Some kids
you
even
can. That's
blow
how
it
it
like
works.
balloon. They need education. The health system has to go to those localities, educate the people, teach them about family planning, teach them about the importance of protection. When you don't want a baby, don't make one. All they know how to do is just put one inside 0. And if the person is pregnant, that's it. They're not educated.
See, but Money, they do have family planning schemes though. They had it. There was a time when it was rampant everywhere, even to places such as local areas like that. The thing is, if you notice, a lot of times people, it is accessible.
You have to drive all the way. You
It
have
is
to
20.
drive all the
That
way
is the
to
reason
across
why.
town.
That is the reason why condoms are really cheap back home. It is 20 naira. You can't buy anything for 20 naira. I don't think
Water.
pure water.
Pure water.
Pure water is that's what you can buy for 20. So it's
Okay,
that
so
cheap.
if I'm living in that area, so now I have the choice of either buying water or condom. So you mean to tell me people are going to buy condom? They're not going to buy the condom.
Well,
they're going to buy water to drink because it's hot.
That's the thing. That's the thing. The water that you're buying is not like it's a whole gallon of water. It's one
It's a plastic
plastic.
container sleeve.
Yeah,
That will quench my thirst.
It is a 50. Okay, so that's all you have,
can't get
and you
money
have
from
a
water
family
from the well.
of 4. Boy, please, you can drink water from anywhere. You can go to the tap and drink water.
Well.
Condom is needed for things like this not to happen. A lot of times, if you notice, a lot of families that are not doing too well. I have a couple of them in front of our house in Lagos. They have multiple children. I mean, like 6 kids. One family in one room and parlor. Some of them don't even have room and parlor, just one room. They're in there with the kids and they're making babies in the same room with the children on the floor. And then next thing you know, a 15-year-old is now pregnant because she's watching her dad and her mom do the same nastiness in the same room. They need to know.
So who's to blame for that?
Well, when you have them come to the
parents,
government hospital for their prenatal and stuff, how about you educate them some more? How about at
That's
some
what
point
I
after,
said.
maybe the government should set up rules where after 2 kids, go and tie your tube like China, because the way they're multiplying and they have no means to go ahead and take care of those kids, breeds grounds for people like this to sell their children and think that children are now commodity to sell.
So we had a discussion last week about abortion, and we have a couple here selling their baby. Which one is worse, aborting your baby or selling your baby?
I mean, that's your choice.
They're both your choice.
I think it's your choice.
Yeah, but the thing is, you feel
the choice
for
for
this.
abortion is their choice, so they would have to make that decision. We can't make it for them.
Like
And looking
why
at his
selling the
eyes,
baby?
he looks like
But
looking at her eyes and his eyes.
the question was which one was worse. If you're looking at, because the Pope called one a what killer?
It's like
Yeah.
hiring
Contract
killer, and here we have
People
couples
selling their
baby.
babies.
Which one do you think is
And you're
worse?
not
Looking
as
at it
upset
from
as
the
you were.
outside in. One you are. Which one is worse?
Okay, so you remember that when we had that argument, right? Tim Manny had made a comparison to you contract killing to what was that you said? You said something about about you killing somebody.
Yes.
Since it's your choice, I can go ahead and kill anybody. And I
amazing.
said to him, if you do that, it's your choice, but then the repercussion, you get to face it. Same thing as this. You aborting a child.
So what should be punished? So we're not going to punish either of them?
No, the thing is, you committing an abortion, that's your choice, it's your body.
Yeah.
You selling your child is your choice, but the repercussion, you get to face it. The repercussion for you selling a child is jail
basically
term.
you're saying one should be punished and one shouldn't.
The abortion,
You cannot be punished for abortion, right?
Can I finish?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
You cannot
be punished for abortion.
Because it's your choice. Likewise,
your
selling
choice.
your baby. So why should you be punished for selling your baby? That's what Charlie's saying.
The baby has been. The baby is now a full-term child. The baby came
in the world.
It's a full term. It came. It's breathing. It's alive. You birthed the child.
Yeah.
It had a placenta that came out. Now the baby's crying in your arms, and that's a human being.
Yeah.
At that
So
point,
for
when
you, life happens after birth. Life happens when you
Of
come out.
course.
Okay, that's what she's saying.
Whoa.
No, that is what I am saying,
That
and I
is
stand
deep.
by my word. Because at the end of the day, you can't compare an embryo in your stomach to a full bleeding living child that already made it out into the world. They're two different things. Now, with a baby who was already birthed, blood on the head, placenta in the ground already, you sell that child, you have to face the repercussion for that. You're going to jail, like they're going to jail now. And now this is now begs my question: what now happens to the children that you're leaving behind? Because they're not going with you.
No.
Because you're trying to save 250,000 naira for your better life. Now you have all your kids in whatever.
Jeopardy.
And we don't even have a good care system in Nigeria. So you know that they're really screwed over now.
Yeah. And that money is gonna go like this because you don't have education,
The money
you don't know
is
how
gone.
to invest, you don't have to spend that money, you're just gonna waste that money.
The thing that
You
scares
get
me-
ashamed of yourself, you are very
Yeah.
selfish, you're very wicked, and you are going to jail.
Okay. The
Thank you
thing
guys
that
so
scared- what I
much.
was gonna
We're
say-
gonna
okay.
end our show
Jesus,
here.
I'm gonna-
I love you guys for having these passionate conversations with me. We love you for watching. Until next time you're watching the ABS show, this is Mina
Sometimes people
TV.
speak.
Bye.
Thanks for watching, and if you liked this episode, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you next time.